Hi, welcome back friend. Here in this practical exercise, you will learning how to create an isometric 3D text in After Effects. So let's start. Here we just need to add some solid or a background if you want. I'm having a black background, so it will be fine. So just create some text. 3D isometric is a 3D object. It looks like a cube or a 3D square, and you can move around in different dimensions in the x, y and z dimension. So here we have created a text for the top layer, top face of a cube. So just create then someone. This is a story of money. So here we will be creating the story line. Then someone invented coins. So then someone, this string will be on top side of the cube. Invented would be on the side face and coins would be in the last face. So just type the message you want to print, change the color to your choice. Here we're using simple white text color in capital case, and after you are done, just create a new text layer. Don't forget to create a new. Don't continue with the previous because we want to rotate it in different dimension. Then someone invented. Now let's reposition it and change the color. So here we take a lighter shade of green. It will be vibrant. Go to selection tool or to reposition your text around, or you can also type in the third text, keep it a different layer. This will contain a coin, so let's make it a golden color, a vibrant golden color, and reposition your text accordingly. Try to put everything in the center, so when you are rotating your text, it will be moving in and out of the screen. So it is better to position them in the center with a proper size. Don't zoom in a lot, don't make them big enough so it won't be readable, or don't make it a small. A balance of size should be there. So you can get a lot of options here. Just make this layer 3D by popping to the cube icon. Make sure I have turned every layer into 3D, so you can rotate it around the z axis or z axis. So similarly, just reposition every text. We have rotated the coin in different dimension, and here just put the invented right below the first string. The second string is invented, and we will be moving everything around. Place the coin on the rightward side. So we'll be first moving from top to bottom, then to the right side. So here just get the second layer, and you can readjust around the x-axis. Just provide the value of -90 degree, so it will move in the background. You can also type in the value, or you can scroll with your left mouse click in the left and rightward direction to change the value of any property, be it rotation, position or anything else. Just go to transform tools and turn the opacity of the first layer off by default. Before starting the motion, we want every layer to be turned off or opaque. So starting with the first text, it will gradually have the opacity. Set the keyframe. The first keyframe must be having 0 opacity, and the second frame may have 100%, or in case you are using some transparent background, you can have 50% or 75% ideally. So now it's time to rotate everything. We will be keeping all the text linked to a null layer. You can rearrange your position and just create a right click, new null object. So just make it 3D as well, because all layers are 3D. Just hold the shift and control key and pick whip all the layers, all 3 text layers to the null layer. So in that case, any transformation, rotation, position, anything applied to this null layer would be reflected back in all three layers. So we don't need to one by one sync everything. It will be automatically synchronized because they are referencing this layer. So just for example, we rotate the y-axis on the null layer, or you can also rotate x-axis or z-axis, all the axes you want. So by default, put the first string on the top and set the keyframe and try to rotate to the second string. Provide the 90-degree angle. Hi, in the previous exercise, we have created 3D isometric text, and here in this practical exercise, we will be moving forward with adding some rotation and more effect to this text. So let's do it. Just reposition your text here and set the keyframes accordingly. Make sure your text is located in the center of the screen. And here just smoothly rotate this thing. It must be synced with the opacity position, and it is optional. You can add scalability when it is turning. When this text get emphasized, it could bounce to scale up. So you can add this keyframe. The combination of all these default transformations, when applied perfectly in sync, they'll make the very beautiful animation. So here, this is our second string, the invented, and just turn the opacity off of the first string when the second string appears on the screen. So you can set the keyframe. And so here it is 100% opaque, and after this time we want this text to get 0% opaque, disappear, and here just add a combination of two keyframes very close. So here it disappears. You need to set a keyframe to the 100% value, and after 1 second you can add 0%. So you can apply easing by selecting all the keyframes, right click, easy ease. So it will smooth your animation. So this is null layer. Try applying everything in a null layer, and now let's rotate it in the z axis. As the y axis won't be of any use here, we can rotate it in the z axis. Try rotating in the combination. The third text, the coin text, we want it to appear. So by default, it must be set the first keyframe by the default value, and after some time, set another keyframe, rotate it in the rightward direction, positive 90 degree, and here is our coin layer. So when it is rotated, after that you just need to rotate the coin layer. Now go to the coin layer and try to rotate it to the side of this camera, or where our audience is viewing. You can rotate X, Y, or Z axis. So here we need Y rotation. Minus 90 would be perfect. Just place it in the center. Make sure it is in center orientation. After invented, the second text disappears. You need to position your third text. So just go to the second layer and make it disappear. Turn the opacity to 0% just before your coin text appears on the screen, and you position your coin text in the center. So here it is in center. You can replay your animation over a few times to make sure everything is in the precise position, the precise timing. So here this is animation, and we want our third text, the coin text, to be opaque or to disappear before It has to appear. We want only one text on the screen to get full attention of the audience on the message that we want to convey, because in 3D isometric we are moving every text in different dimensions very quickly and swiftly. So the background must be very clear. It should not distract our audience. Just make use of opacity and everything. So here just go to the coin layer. Sometimes you may forget a few things, the transformation things. It is not a problem. You just need to replay your animation right from the beginning and cross check everything. So here we have added a range selector for hue color, and the color of the third text, the coins, will change over time. So when you keyframe it based on the degree or of rotation, it will change color slightly. So, or you can provide 100% or one complete revolution to make it in the same color, from yellow to green to blue to red and again back to yellow. The same way you can set the keyframes here. Hi friend, welcome back. In the previous exercise we have created 3D isometric text, and in our last text we need to add some more object to add some emphasis. So here we need to add some coin vectors. I've created a coin vector and I will be dropping this coin from top side of the screen to the bottom of the screen. So just readjust this coin object. This is a PNG. You can also take any vector file of Adobe Illustrator would work here. So just reposition it. So here I want to position it on the top and duplicate this coin. Here we want 3 coins. You could have a series of coins. You can drop in sequence or anything like that. Just learn how to do this. So here we would be adding the position transformation only. It will be more than sufficient. So when you are done, just hold any layer and press the P to keyframe the position. P is the shortcut or the hotkey for adding the going the position property. Try to learn various shortcut keys to speed up your project, because timing is everything with After Effects. So here just set the keyframe. Initial keyframe must be outside of the screen, and the final keyframe just wait for roughly half a second, or depending on your application just reposition it at the place you want. So here this first coin has dropped from top of the screen to bottom the similar way. You can copy the position property, but it will copy both the x and y axis. We just want to reposition the y, copy the y axis. So we just need to recreate everything, because they have different values of x. Alternatively, you can use the expressions, but using keyframe would be very easy in this case. So here we drop the coin. So the same thing you observed, because the third coin has been copied the same property, it won't work. So you just need to reposition it accordingly. Just set the keyframe initially the top side of the screen. Outside it won't be visible. It looks like the coin is dropping somewhere from the sky to the ground. So here just readjust and replay everything. So just preview animation, just press the play and the stop key. You can select playing right from the beginning or from the work area depending on your choice. You can start and play it again. So then someone invented coins. It looks a cool 3D isometric animation, and finally we got the coins added on the effect. Keep learning, keep moving ahead.